Imagine stepping into a vast factory floor in 1920s Detroit, where every gear, bolt, and worker moves in perfect mechanical rhythm. Now pause, is this all an organization really is? Gareth Morgan throws a wrench in that idea, teasing us to see organizations not just as machines but as living, thinking, and even political beasts. What if your workplace is secretly a brain, a culture, or a battlefield? The truth behind those walls is far richer and messier than you think. Let's start with the classic image, organizations as machines. It sounds neat and safe, but also startlingly rigid. Why does this metaphor both empower and trap leaders? Back at Ford Motor Company, Henry Ford perfected the assembly line, and with it, the idea that organizations should run like clockwork. Every task was broken down into repeatable parts, each worker a cog turning in flawless sync. But the human toll was harsh: monotonous work, alienation, and whistleblowers warning that the machine might break under pressure. Imagine your organization as a giant mechanical clock. Each gear and spring represents a department and workflow. It's elegant and efficient, but if one gear jams, the whole clock halts. This mechanical metaphor demands predictability, control, and hierarchy, which is comforting until the unexpected happens, like market shifts or innovation dead ends. Here's the twist: viewing organizations solely as machines blinds leaders to creativity and adaptability. They focus too much on stability, missing the cracks beneath. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, many firms locked into machine logic failed spectacularly, proving that organizations need more than gears and screws. They need resilience too. Now flip the switch. What if your organization isn't a machine but a brain, a neural network constantly learning and evolving? This metaphor flips control on its head and empowers new ways to innovate. The Canadian Medical Association transformed its stagnant structure by embracing a learning model, connecting doctors nationwide into a network that shares insights in real time. This brain-like organization could adapt medical guidelines fast, improving patient outcomes while outpacing rigid top-down rivals stuck in old routines. Think of an organization as a neural network, billions of interlinked nodes, people firing off signals based on new inputs. Unlike machines, knowledge doesn't flow linearly, it spreads, mutates, and creates emergent solutions. There's no single control center, just a collective intelligence that constantly rewires itself. The payoff: organizations that think like brains can innovate under uncertainty. They embrace chaos and learning cycles instead of fearing mistakes. This mindset lets them pivot, disrupt, and survive in cutthroat markets, leveraging complexity rather than fleeing it. But wait, there's turmoil behind that sleek corporate facade. What if your workplace is less a machine or brain and more a gritty political battlefield? Understanding power plays reveals organizations' invisible forces. In the 1980s, a massive strike by British coal miners wasn't just a labor dispute. It reshaped entire industries and political landscapes. This wasn't a machine breaking down, but a political system where competing interests pushed and pulled, each faction wielding power to protect or shift advantage. Picture your organization like a medieval court with nobles vying for influence, alliances crumbling and reforming. Departments, unions, and executives form shifting coalitions, each advancing their agenda. Decisions often aren't about efficiency, but who can command the most leverage, a reminder that organizations are never neutral playgrounds. Understanding this political dynamic can be transformational. Instead of ignoring conflict, leaders who navigate power skillfully can harness tensions productively, forging coalitions to drive change. When you see politics as an inevitable force, you learn to use it for progress instead of being blinded by it. Remember that factory floor from the start? It was just one lens, like looking at an elephant through a keyhole. Morgan shows us organizations as machines, brains, and political arenas, each revealing truths and blind spots. Next time you hit a workplace puzzle, try switching lenses. Is this a problem of broken gears, missing connections, or power struggles? Try framing your next challenge with a new metaphor. It's a game changer. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.